welcome to another episode of You,
Me,
and the Flea. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
What the heck?
Honestly, I'm ready.
I know.
Give me in 2025. Bury me in 2025, okay? 2024 got to go.
I don't even know what you're talking about. 2024 what?
Yeah, see ya.
It's been real. I mean, look, dude, this is the best time more than ever to start over. Fresh start.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
How are we feeling? How did you ring in the new year? Fun?
Yeah, you know.
Letting go of the past, moving clear tunnel vision forward.
Clear. My vision is
Love
clear.
that. Okay, I love that. You know, I am
have to
too,
just
I feel like.
tell myself one day at a time to
Totally.
do everything on this list, okay? To leave this in 2024 and to get this in 2025, I got to look at it as one day at a time.
Hit me with some of your resolutions.
Resolutions, okay. I would like to
Or goals or whatever.
Yeah, I like do like a goals thing. So
Okay.
this year, I am wanting to read one book a month.
Oh.
I'm not a reader.
Yeah, that's like jumping really
But even
in.
if it's like self-help book.
Okay, yeah. I
Like,
feel
I've read The Secret 100 times. Okay, maybe I would get a book that's like along those lines, or you
does
know.
audio count? Like, are you counting audio?
Yeah, sure. We can do that.
yeah,
But
I
I'm
was gonna
thinking
say, 'cause
more
that
like
might work for you, too.
Yeah, with like walking and like driving. Yeah, that's definitely okay. I like that. We're gonna.
Yeah, like, I would say...
That's definitely
say
more
do that.
manageable, I think, than
Dude.
actually a hardcover copy.
I like to do both. Like, I always buy the book and then I always buy it in audio version too. So sometimes, like, while I'm reading, I'll like follow along type of deal. Or I've also done like, you know, if I, let's say like, you know, I'm reading it and like want to finish it, but I have like a plane ride. I don't know. Like, I'll just do the audio to finish it.
Love
you
that.
know? I used to always do that. So it's helpful.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Tip to help you
To help me reach
Get
my
your goals done.
I also have walked 10,000 steps at least 5 days a week. Okay, which I am
You're
good
pretty good about that.
but I'm not. I don't hit it 5 days.
Okay.
I'm more of like a 3.5, 4. I feel like if I could just get that extra day in, it would be good for my mental health and, you know, everyone around me.
Totally.
I have compliment one stranger per day.
I love that. I actually like saw / like thought about that because I feel like a lot of people do that, and that's pretty helpful.
I just feel like even when I'm like out and about, so like yesterday I was getting my nail fixed and like this lady literally was just talking about that jacket and I was like, honestly I looked horrible, but I'm like, wow, like I did, and she's like, oh my god, I love that jacket so much, and I'm like, even if it's something like that,
right,
you know what I mean, like you don't really realize how like impactful that is to somebody.
Yeah, totally.
I have like try a new recipe every month.
It's a good one. Really good one.
Call a loved one every Sunday.
It's a good one too.
Like friends or family.
It's a good one. Keeps the relationships alive.
Yep. Journal every single day. I am also, yes, I do this, but I'm not. I miss days. Or like I have my like 5-minute journal, which is like 5 minutes in the morning, 5 in the PM, and I'll get the 5 in the morning, but then I forget to do the PM.
Are you the type that like will go back?
No.
Okay.
I don't, but it like, because I'm like, well, it's a different day now. Like, I can't answer this, you know?
I used to be so weird. Well, I'll be like, I'll like go back like a week and be like, what was I doing that night?
Yeah, and write all your stuff in.
Yeah. But anyways.
I love cards, so I send a handwritten card to someone every week just because. So like a different person each week.
Nice.
You know, like 1 week it's my mom.
That's like the old school stuff. Like all of this, like saying hi to someone, saying whatever. It's like the old stuff that used to connect us so well. We're now.
Yeah.
See, like, okay, so like my version of that would be like to make an effort to actually like comment on people's stuff nowadays instead of like just liking it.
Yeah.
So I always will be like, looking good, girl. Like I always like try to do that more so than just like liking someone's photo or something.
For sure.
Like, I don't know. You got to keep your friendships alive, and I think that's part of it. But
completely agree.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of have a few more. Try one new hobby or class this year. So like this year I tried Pilates and Barry's boot camp. I would love to get certified in Pilates, not necessarily saying like a teacher, but I think that'd be a good goal for me, like
cool.
in a year from now, not in the beginning. Like I need a whole year of practice.
Well, yeah, I feel like there's more for you to explore.
Yeah,
and, like,
for sure. And then another thing I would love to add this year would be just like 1 4-day trip every other month, not to Michigan, not to Chicago. Like I go home a lot. I'm here a lot. I'm talking like Indianapolis. Let's go to Milwaukee, or you know
St.
what I mean,
Louis,
like
Milwaukee,
different
something
places.
like a quick little. Yeah,
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah.
I definitely. That's on my to-dos too.
Yeah. I was trying not to do like the same, lose weight, save money. Those ain't working clearly year after year.
Those are like daily.
Yeah. So I was trying to think a little bit outside of the box.
Okay.
What do you got?
Yeah. Number one this year, dude, is professional development. I had like a few little sliver tastes last year, and I'm like, I need
more of this.
Yeah, I need the bosses around me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that's like definitely like top 3.
Yep.
Strengthening relationships for me is definitely one. Taking more photos, believe it or not. I feel like there's sometimes like I'm like, wow, like today was a fun day with my mom or something, and like I won't have like a photo of it, you know?
Yes. I kind of would bounce off that by just like posting the like little stuff,
the smaller stuff. So yeah, that's definitely up there. Showing a little bit more gratitude. I feel like sometimes, like whether it's myself or other people, like I always like think of how thankful I am, but like sometimes I might not say it. So definitely that. Celebrate small wins. I feel like I do sometimes and don't others. So that's like another one up there.
Yeah, all these are good.
Declutter.
Yeah.
I need I like still like every single morning when I open my front closet, I'm like, this is y'all are still here. all the stuff. All this stuff. Anyways, so like I have to like get to it. And even like if I just do like something a quarter, I'm like I have a bookshelf, and I like wanted to put like a book, like something in it the other day, and like it was literally like Tetris, like to try to like
fit it
shove something in there, and I'm like, okay, we gotta
fix this.
Gotta get rid of something in here, you know?
Yeah.
So anyways, I mean, and then other than like you said, like kind of like the basic stuff of like living healthier, you know, whatever that looks like. Self-help is obviously all of those of like filling your cup. But the number one thing I will say that like drew me, which is what inspired this episode specifically, is like grow and let go.
Okay.
So we're diving in.
Okay.
And I think like it like kind of like put together, like once I like kind of solidified like all of my, once I wrote down like everything kind of like I wanted to focus on this year, I feel like that phrase like kind of solidified like everything, like it all just kind of went in there. Like I want to like definitely just like grow as a person, as a professional, as like, you know, as
sister,
Christina,
a daughter, a friend. Yep.
And it starts with like, you know, setting some things free, as we know. How we feeling about that?
I'm ready to fly. I'm like that eagle that got restructured, and they're in the cage, and now they're back in their new home, and the door opens. I'm flying out, baby.
It's literally like an analogy of like if you're going hiking, and I just feel like my baggage right now like is just like I wouldn't be able to go anywhere. I gotta like drop a load off. The LBs. Yeah. Okay. Figuratively. Yeah.
Okay. So is this going to go into like, what are we leaving?
Well, okay. Let's like talk during this combo.
Yeah.
I think a lot of things will come up.
Yeah.
So number one, emotional baggage. Let's talk emo baggage.
Okay. I got a lot of it.
Things like grudges.
Yep.
Regrets.
Yep.
Toxic relationships.
Yep.
That's fear like of failure and comparisons. This is the biggest one, dude.
Okay, so that's
emotional baggage is literally the biggest part of like letting go, I think.
Comparison, negative self-talk, and toxic relationships are all on my list of what we're leaving in 2024.
All right, so let's like chat. Okay, so I mean,
I think for me, like,
let's talk comparisons.
Yeah, that's what I
like, first of all, why do we even do it?
I don't know. I think everyone, like, I don't care what anyone says. I feel like everyone does it in a way. Like,
yeah.
Especially women.
Yeah.
And social media doesn't make it easy either. Let me tell you. You go on, even what we do, right? And I'm like, oh, we've got the hang of it. We got the hang of it. And then I like go on someone else's page and I'm like, well, how did they get that? And like, we've been doing this for 2 years and blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like instantly comparing.
Yeah.
Or if it's like, I will say, I did tell you this last year, I unfollowed a lot of people because it was literally negatively affecting my life. Like, I would just go on and look at their page and their body and their perfect relationship and their G-Wagon and their car and their aesthetically pleasing home and their great husband. And I'm like, what the flea am I doing? Wrong.
Yeah.
Where are we at? Rachel Nicole is here available.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of why I don't know why people do it. I think it's like you're envious of somebody in a way, or like, yeah, I mean, I know for me, it's like I'm jealous and I'm like, damn, why don't I have that?
Yeah.
But it's not healthy.
No, I know.
What do you think?
I think just the weirdest part about it too is that like we always like compare ourselves to people that are better, but we never compare ourselves to people that are like in worse situations, like
ever.
And I don't mean that like in a weird way, but like, I do kind of sometimes the opposite too, where I'll like drive past like somebody homeless and I'm like, thank God. You know what I mean? There's kind of like where the gratitude comes into play, where I'm like, man, I can't even imagine that life. And I don't know. Like, I don't really do that comparison. So I'm not.
You're good. I'm bad. I'm just real bad.
I constantly go to this place of like, everyone's different. Everyone's journey's different. Everyone's like style, work ethic, all of these things are all different. So of course, like different results are going to be produced by that, right? Like, yeah, sure, we're looking at these people on Instagram that have husbands and the white picket fences and these beautiful homes, but they've also been like, they're also in like a really small town. I live in a really big city. Like, it's a little bit hard. Like, if I was doing everything that they're doing in my location, it's totally different. You know? I don't know. So I always like break down comparisons in a weird way. So that one's not so heavy for me as much as like, something like a grudge.
Yeah.
Like, I'm way worse in that department, I think.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think I'm way worse about the comparison. I feel like you're really like not. You're very. I always like, oh my God, Christina does like. Maybe you just don't act like it, but I'm like, shit, she does not seem bothered, and I'm over here in my head,
dude, you can't
picking my cuticles, and I'm just like, ugh.
No,
why do I
like,
care about this girl online who does not know who I am?
I think that, I think, again, like, part of it is, like, when you're in a world, like, when I was in social work, I saw a lot of gnarly things, and, like, a lot of people, if you don't know what's going on, what other people are going through, then you're not gonna know. Like, no one knows what people go through.
Sure.
And once you see it, or you see like your friends struggle or something, and like you see like some of these older people's. I also worked in a nursing home, so I saw like I've seen so much.
So it's not
nasty stuff, or like this like glitz and glam stuff. Like, I don't idolize it much anymore. Like, I'm proud of people for like the work that they've done and like all that they've achieved. Like, good for you. But I don't know, my life's different. And there's like, somebody would probably look at my life and be like, damn, I want like think that about me. You know what I'm saying?
I always try to
that's what you have to like kind of go to.
I always try to remind myself about that. My mom actually brought that up. She's like, you like, people could be wishing for the situation you're in.
Right.
I'm like, oh, really?
How do you deal with regrets?
I cry about them. I'm a big crier. No, I'm kidding. But in a way, I don't know. I mean,
all the like what ifs.
Yeah, I tend to not like let the what ifs bother me because like you can drive yourself insane.
Yeah.
But I definitely think like regrets. We all have them, right? I think I'm getting at a place now where I'm like, shoot. I definitely regret doing that.
Yeah.
But like, you live and learn. Like
Yeah.
you're saying, grow and let go. I mean, what am I going to build? Like, you can't beat yourself up.
Exactly.
Or you can for so long, but it's like, move from it. Make it a positive.
Totally.
Don't do that shit again.
Totally.
What about you?
I feel like in my 20s, I just had so much of this.
Why did
like,
every
I don't
time
know
I
why.
hear the word regret, I just think of We're the Millers with like no regrets.
Regrets. That was actually like the best. That was so good. Dude, I have a lot in my 20s where I just feel like I was so shy and sheltered in a way, where it's like I never wanted to step on anyone's toes, or like, you know, if there was like, a lot of it was like romantic connections, where it's like, wow, like I wish I would have like told that person how I felt, and like situations might have been different, you know?
Oh.
Totally. I have a lot of like, dang, like
He got away.
the one that got away. I feel like there's like 6 of them, and I'm just like, and I like beat myself up over that.
Well, you should start going down the line and calling them.
They've all moved on, but anyways, like a lot of those situations where like I felt like I wasn't
enough
fully developed. You know what I'm saying? Like, because nowadays, if that was like the case, then I'd be like, listen, man, what's going on here? But anyways, so there's a lot of those. I like other things though, like it's weird, like professionally, I always like went for it. So I don't know why sometimes like in my personal life I never like did this, like put forth the same effort, you know? So anyways, regrets. Ugh. What about,
we did that at the same time.
I know. I don't have any anymore. What about toxic relationships?
Yeah, I have had way too many of those.
I just got a pit in my stomach saying
my
it,
life.
so I'm just like, it's hard, dude. It's hard to like look them in the face.
It's hard to let go of somebody that like you love, or whether it's like a romantic partner or a friend that you care about so much, but like you know that like they're not doing anything for you anymore.
I mean, this could be a job. This could be anything that is just like.
I mean, family trauma.
Totally.
Like all that stuff is like
I know, but it's like it comes to this place where it's like how much.
I think for me, the only way to get past those type of situations is like, I really am like a manifester, and I am a firm believer if like it's supposed to happen, it will. Like if it's really meant to be, like it's not the end, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like you guys can figure it out, whatever the relationship might be. But I think, you know, the hardest thing is walking away from a friendship, a relationship, a job, a partnership, you know, when necessarily like you weren't ready to, or you never really wanted to, but you just know that like it's not flourishing you anymore, and like you're maybe not growing anymore. Well, like I don't know, like exactly you're like being held back in a way.
If something is like draining you instead of like watering you, it's just you gotta go.
I just posted this on my on my Instagram yesterday. Like, we are not on this earth to like literally be drained out of our energy and be sad all the time. Like we're not. Like we're not supposed to survive. We're supposed to live.
Well, yeah, it kind of goes back to like your resolutions, right? Where it's like we're supposed to like love on each other and like be positive towards each other and build each other up.
Correct.
And like all of these things of like fears, regrets, like everything like on this list, it's like that is not doing that.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, and so it's got to go at the end of the day. And it's, I think the hardest thing about like the relationships is like there was probably a point where it was where it was watering you, whether it's your job, whether it's your best friend, whether it's your aunt, whether it's a boyfriend, like girlfriend. And it's like there just comes a point where like, what are we holding on to? You know? And you're just holding on to like that ounce. And I've done it too. I mean, like I've had like relationships where it's like 99% terrible, 1% good, and I'm like, but I love her.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, dude, you're just not. You're not in anymore. And it's like a tough decision to look at yourself in the face and be like, hey, Christina, this ain't serving you anymore.
I will say walking away is the hardest part.
Totally.
You know, it's like,
well, because you feel like you're doing yourself a disservice,
and like
too.
Maybe something big didn't happen and you're just like, yeah, this is not for me anymore.
Right.
Yeah, it's very hard. I don't have honestly advice for anyone. I would say make sure you have a good you get a therapist, you have a good friend group, family, like
seriously.
Be around the people that like pick you up and make you feel good, because there will be some hard days, but like it's definitely, I think, something that needs to be done.
Totally.
Like you don't want to carry that energy around with you either.
Yeah, I would say that too. Like, you know, as you grow, sometimes it gets a little bit easier to like let go of toxic relationships. And only because it's like, okay, well, I've done this and I know it's gonna suck, but like it has to be done kind of thing. And then, like you said, it's like, but I know my people are there. I know like what, you know, will fuel me to like get better. Like you learn, you know what I'm saying? So it will get a little easier.
Sure.
Hang in there, folks. All right, so the next part of this is like things that provide mental clutter. So things like unrealistic expectations, negative self-talk, overthinking, limiting beliefs, and then dwelling on the past. Another big section here. So, dude, let's talk.
Yeah.
Talk to me about negative self-talk. Do you do it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't mean to laugh. I just like...
You know I do.
Terrible.
Yeah. I don't know why.
A lot of people do.
I feel like, I have literally done it since like I had body dysmorphia when I was in middle school, and it's just like literally not gone away. And like, let me tell you guys, your girl, I go to all the people, I got all the help I need. It's not like I'm like, you know, I don't know. It's definitely gotten better, but it's still there. It's like always that like... And I think for me, the negative self-talk has a lot to do with like comparisons as well. Because like that's literally what I have is comparison and negative self-talk. So I think for me, those kind of like go hand in hand. It's like, oh, I'm going to go look at something that I know is going to upset me. And then I'm going to talk shit about myself to myself after I looked at what just upset me. Like how freaking nuts are you?
Oh my God, no. That's like the worst.
What are you doing?
Great.
So
okay, it sounds like you have a lot to let go of this year, so we're gonna work on that with you. I know, this one like always bums me out, because especially when when I look at somebody, like I literally remember the first time I ever saw somebody like negative, like my best friend at the time, like negative self-talk herself, like literally was like putting on like trying on shirt after shirt after shirt, and I'm like I'm like, every shirt that you've worn has been like perfect on you. Like, what is the deal? And she's like, I literally have this one piece of like my fat skin right here, like underneath her, like literally armpit.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking at it and I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, that's where your arm attaches to your like skin. Like, of course there's going to be like a little, and she was like, no, I'm really self-conscious about it. And I like remember just looking at it and being like, are you like for real? Like, I don't know. I did not see it at all in any of the like 25 shirts that this girl put on. And I just from then on was like, I will never do that to myself. Yeah. I don't know. It was like a weird thing of like, how can you nitpick the smallest thing when like your face is stunning, your hair is beautiful, like you are so like literally perfect. And then just this one little thing. Anyways, so I hate that for girls, and I always try to like not do that to somebody. So
I got bullied, which I don't talk about a lot.
Oh my God.
Really bad when I was in like elementary school, and a little bit of middle school. And I think that's kind of when like my negative self-talk started.
You started like believing what you were hearing.
Yeah, but that's like sad. I'm 33 years old. That was literally 20 years ago.
Ew, girl, please.
Yeah. I know.
I don't know what they were saying, but no.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, if
kids are rude.
If you're younger right now and you're listening to this, if you don't have anything nice to say, keep it shut. Like, because, listen, it's still affecting me, and I'm like freaking 33 years old.
Dude, if I ever have kids, I'm like, if you ever talk ish about somebody, I will punch you.
Same.
Please don't. Yeah. Okay, they have big ears, big deal.
Yeah. So what?
They'll grow into them, okay?
Literally. Leave them alone.
All right. Well, that hits on like dealing with the past. Like, how do you deal with that? Obviously, like as an adult, you have to like address that. That's like the first part of like moving on from stuff and letting go of it. It's like you have to address it. You have to work through the problem. Maybe confront the person. You know, if it was like whatever the situation may be, but. A lot to unload there too.
I think now as an adult, the way I like get over past things is like doing things seriously right now that make me feel good and that literally like bring joy into my life.
Yeah, you have
like
to.
You have to do, and like I was just telling this to my brother. I'm like, you have to do the things you like, and like I'm not saying do them well, but if like you know that this is making you in a better mood, making you feel better, like go all in and like have that all the like you want. To like have that around you all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So I think for me, it's just like, I mean, everyone has a story. Everyone has probably been made fun of or bullied at some point in their life or had something
in one way or
happen.
Another,
yeah. And I think for me, it's just like, now I just try not to get back to that like small place. And like, when I start to feel that way, I'm like, all right, think about something good. You know, like you just have to kind of train your brain to like flip back to reality.
Yep.
Like that doesn't define you.
Exactly. That's a great way of letting that go, for sure. Preach.
Whew.
You're on the right path, Rachel.
Yeah.
Just stay on it, okay?
Don't take your eyes off of it.
Okay. Next up is like physical clutter. So things like unused items, broken or damaged goods, papers and files, sentimental clutter.
See, I will say with this, I don't have an issue. Decor. I like get rid of stuff.
What is it? I feel like our generation like is just not
we're not like deeply like connected like that to our stuff.
There was like there was like a meme that was like, why are we so minimal? And it was literally like showing like these houses in the 90s and 2000s. Literally, like my mom would be like on every single wall, every single corner. My mom would have like a fake floral arrangements everywhere, like knickknacks.
Oh
like,
my god!
A whole display like chest with like little figurines everywhere. I'm
flowers,
like, ew,
those
dude.
Fake trees, like.
Well, that's the other thing too. Like it was like fillers within the stuff, so it was like. Let's say you had like a whole chest, like my grandparents did it, like everything, like they would have like a whole chest with like little knickknacks, and like within the knickknacks they would weave like fake vines and stuff. I'm like, okay, wait, like you're cluttering the clutter even.
Yep.
Or like it would like dangle down and stuff, and I'm like,
God, no,
dude, yeah. And then doilies on the shelves.
I can't.
The doilies that would like on the thing, and I'm like. It's a little bit much.
A
little bit much. And then when they would clean, it was like taking everything down. And it was
like also,
I'm out.
They had like 3 of everything.
I'm out.
Yeah, no, I don't have any connection to anything. If it doesn't fit, it's gone.
Like my first boss.
I was going to say, I will keep like some cards and stuff, but like, no, I don't hold on to anything like that. What about, you don't really seem like
when it comes to stuff like sentimental stuff, like I am a very like sentimental person for sure, but like my mom, like, so our childhood home we moved out of like in 2008 or something. So my mom was like, okay, you guys have to go through your stuff, and everyone has just one bin. So like all of our like, you know, projects, or like when you're in kindergarten, like I want to be a ballerina, like we have like, I literally have like one tote of those things, and then like yearbooks and like I was in color guard, so like memorabilia from like that, whatever. But like, would I display that in my house? Probably not.
I wouldn't.
I don't know. Like, it's just weird. Like, so I don't know. But then at the same time, it's like, wait, like
people do that though.
People do.
They have like shrines.
Yeah.
I can't.
Or like, okay, have you ever
I'm not gonna lie. If I walked into my parents' house and there was a wall for Rachel, Michael, Brandon, and like all of our stuff, I would be like, what are you guys doing? Honestly.
Well, I don't know too. Like, you know, when someone gives you a gift, and let's say it's like, I don't know, like, okay, back in the day, like my mom, when she was at work, like her coworkers would get her like, let's say like a little snow globe or something like that. So she'd be like, oh, that's from Dolores. And I'm like, okay, thanks, Dolores. Like, really appreciate your snow globe. It served its purpose for like 6 years in our house, but like now it's not a vibe. Bye.
Gotta go.
And she's like, no, that's from Dolores. I'm like, no, I'm not taking that from house to house.
I think it's a generational thing for sure.
I don't like it.
No, I'm not about it.
So this stuff, whatever. But like with the thing that I used to be so bad on was dresses.
Really?
Oh my God. Like I'd be like, oh, I wore that on my 21st birthday. Oh, I wore that on like my first date. Oh, I wore that on like, and I would hold on to them. I'm like, why am I holding on to this $14.99 dress from Forever 21? And my sister was like, well, you have a picture of yourself in that, right? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, so then why do you need the physical dress? Dude, and the dress would be like this small.
Yep.
Like literally a tube top on me now. And I'm like, why am I holding on to this? It's not like I'm going to wear it again.
Do you still have it?
No.
Christina. I don't know.
All red.
The way you answered that is giving me you do vibes.
No, I do have a couple prom dresses though.
Oh, I have a few prom dresses too.
And again, I don't know why I'm holding on to those.
What the F was the style back then? Dog, I was zebra print with sequins. Zebra.
Literally.
Oh, really?
Mine was like a chocolate.
In the jungle fever?
Mine was a chocolate brown halter, and it had like rind, like little, you know, sequin situations all over. Like, is my kid gonna wear that? Probably not. I don't know. It's very weird. But this is kind of where flea markets come into play.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like
you get rid of your stuff.
Totally. Get rid of your stuff. This is a perfect place where, like, if someone wants to repurpose something that you have, like, they can. So, anyways, I would encourage that. And I think a lot of sellers do that with, like, estate sales. And, like, again, like, if you inherit some of the stuff from your parent, an aunt, whatever, the easiest way, take it to the flea, dude. Make some money off that. I was going to say,
like, the flea is literally the perfect place. It's the beginning of the year. A lot of people are doing dry January. Spend those extra days, extra weekends kind of going through your stuff. Go to a booth at Swap, and you guys will, number one, you're getting rid of stuff, you're decluttering, and you're making money.
Totally.
I'm there. Honestly, I thought about it too. I was looking at my closet and I'm like, I don't necessarily want to like sell this stuff, but I would give it to somebody to just make some cash off of.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'm just going to donate it.
I know.
And make nothing.
I know. I was thinking the same thing too with like, I have these like t-shirts that I sleep in and I've like washed them so much that they're like.
I have way too many
I know.
of those.
I'm like, oh, what do you these do need to go
them?
too.
I'm like, do you throw them away?
I don't know. Like my mom always repurposes stuff like that. Like she'll cut them up and use them as like
rags.
cloths. Yes, like rags and stuff like that.
Oh my God.
I know. It's like a Euro thing.
I don't know.
My mom was like, how dare you throw that away or donate that? I'm like, what was I going to do with it? She's like, I don't know, wipe up the oil. I'm like, what oil? I don't know. I can't. Euro moms. Like,
yeah.
If you know, you know.
They're a different breed.
I don't clean. I'm not cleaning with my t-shirt. But nowadays, you can actually do like curls in your hair with the t-shirt. Have you seen that?
Yeah, dude.
Anyways, so I'll hold on to them and repurpose them in some sort. But anyways, another thing to let go of is toxic habits. So we're talking like unhealthy eating, screen addictions, people pleasing, procrastination. What do we think here? Overworking. That's another one.
Yes, to all of those. I'm looking at what I have here. I'm like, yeah.
I mean, when I saw this list, I was like, man, there's a lot more I need to let go of than I thought.
Shoot.
Unhealthy eating and drinking habits. Nope, not me at all.
No. Definitely not drinking.
That ain't going anywhere.
I will say, like, I do. I mean, see, this is what's hard. It's like, okay, how would it be nice to have like no screen time for a day? Sure, but like doing what we do, how is that? How?
Yeah, when it's your job.
Yeah.
I know that's the hard. We actually were having a conversation about that at work the other day where it was like, I don't understand how someone's on their phone for 5 hours. And I'm like, oh, easily. If I'm downloading, like, there's literally a day where I will literally spend no joke, 6 hours, like just editing videos, putting together reels for the week, or like doing all that stuff. And before I know it, it's been 5 hours. And in between, you're scrolling, you're doing your thing, and I'm like, oh, easily.
That's why when I am working, like actually editing and all that, I have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Especially editing, because then the text comes up and I'm like, oh.
See, but
and then I lost my train of thought. And then I will say, Instagram, get your ish together, because yesterday I was editing something and that happened, and I clicked on someone's text and I went off the Instagram screen and the whole video was gone and it wasn't in the draft, so I had to redo it. And I was that's so stupid. This is why I don't respond.
That's the worst. Anyway, I'll work on my toxic habits. Procrastination.
See, this is how I've been all my life.
I feel like I've perfected procrastination.
I really work under the wire well.
I do. Me too.
With a tight deadline,
pressure.
I'm like, all right, there's no time to BS. It is hustle. Put your head down and get in the groove.
I've been like that my entire life. Like literally, I would work on my poster the day before it was due, and I'd be up till like 3 a.m. putting it together.
Do you feel like if you have too much time, it's like you're like, oh, like you get it done, but then it's like, oh, well, let me double check it, and then like you end up spending more time on it anyway. Like I had just
listen. I'm not gonna lie. Working with an individual, I won't say any names. But working with someone who is so early on tasks, I will say it does feel good a little bit to like do a little bit of it each day type of deal. Or like even like having it done like a week before, and then you get a chance to like double check or like revamp it. You know what I'm saying? Like there has been a time where like I would have like a big project or like a PowerPoint or something, and like it'll be done, but then I'll like go back and like add some flair or like whatever, and like then it's like good, you know? But I always get like, to be fair, I do get like my best ideas at the last minute. Like, you know, like I'm like, wait, what if I did this? You know? Anyways, but I'll work on it. All right, some last other few things to touch on here to let go of are things out of your control. So like uncontrollable outcomes, other people's opinions, missed opportunities, things like another category is like unproductive mindsets, like, you know, perfectionism, the fear of change, etc. Those are tough.
I would say like the only ones
tough
you haven't really mentioned for me would be like unnecessary apologies, which overcommitting, impulsive spending, excuses, and then staying in a comfort zone.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, those are all relevant. All fall in that category. Look, man, it's hard. It's hard to do any of that stuff. I think
for me, 2025 is a year of no BS. I did it. I'm taking responsibility. I'm not going to be on time. I'm not coming up with all these stories and excuses. If I F up, I'm just going to, hit it head on.
Yeah, I mean, but the biggest thing about like all of these, right? Like any of these like fears, toxic relationships, you know, your clutter, it's like the thing in your mind is always like, well, what if I need this again? What if I need this person again? What if I need, to procrastinate? What if I need any of this stuff again? And that's kind of like the hardest part about like being like, nope, see you later, like at least for me and most, it's like, and that's why we just like hold on so hard to our unhealthy eating habits, to our clutter, to our, you name it. And it's just like, we have to figure out a place where it's like, it's okay, and we'll figure it out if it's not okay, the opinions, the comparisons. It's like, all right, I'm not going to do this anymore.
No.
Because I'm fine, and I am okay in my situation, and I am grateful for what I have. Correct. You know what I mean?
Correct.
We can do this. Anyways, final thoughts on letting go.
Everyone should do it. It feels good.
Oh, and then a final message that I did write down is letting go creates opportunities, not just for you, but for others too. So.
Oh.
I know.
Grow and let go, baby.
Grow and let go, baby. That's 2025.
I like it.
I'm ready. How about you?
I'm ready. I'm ready to hit it head on.
Same. Letting go.
letting go. We're going to let go this year.
Heck yeah. All right, before we wrap this up, we're going to finish off with a little trend or trash. Okay. So these are trends from 2024, and I'm going to ask, and we're going to see, are we trashing it or trending it for this year?
Okay.
Cargo pants.
Shoot, I'm still a trend.
You are?
I love
I'm
a cargo.
ready to let it go. Dude, we're starting to look like it's like scrubs. I gotta go. So, I mean, some of them are cute, but they just don't look good on me that much. So I'm like, all right, I'm over this, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, Crocs.
No, bye-bye.
Oh, I don't know. They can stick around for me. I don't particularly wear them.
Yeah.
But I don't hate it.
I don't hate them either. I'm like whatever
the Gen
about
Zers
them.
and their Crocs, you know?
Yeah, I'm whatever about them.
What about platform shoes?
I still think these are going to be in.
Me too. I'm leaving them as a trend.
Yeah.
Personally, I like them. Yeah. It's
Me
comfortable.
Too.
Gives you height.
Yep.
And support.
Yep.
You know? Okay, Y2K styles like low rise or like the butterfly top situation.
Bye.
Yeah, no. Like, I ain't wearing a low rise anymore. I need to be.
Low rise? Girl, I haven't worn a low rise jean since 2009.
And I ain't planning on it.
Ever again.
Matching loungewear.
Like with your
like
boo?
two-piece sets.
Oh,
like,
I still think that those are cute. They're going to keep making them 100 different ways.
I think so too.
It's going to be a different material. They're going to call it something. Yeah, I think, personally, I like them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. I still personally like mismatch. Like for like PJs, for example, I always like mismatch. I'm like, I could care less. But
oh yeah, I started recently wearing like matching PJs, and I feel like an adult. I'm like, wow, I'm 40.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what about over the top statement jewelry? That's a trend for me, and it always will be. But what about for you?
I like it still.
Okay.
I think it depends on how you do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Gaudy is still sexy.
Totally. Minimalist decor.
I mean,
I'm trending it.
Yeah.
Please don't I have enough to let go of. Can we not let go of the minimal lifestyle? Thank you. Okay, let's see here. Butter boards or like charcuterie / like grazing boards. What do we think?
I still love a coochie board. Charcuterie board.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like now it's one of those like staples things.
Snack thing. Even like for myself, like some days I don't know what I want to make for dinner, or I'm not that hungry, and I literally just get out a little bit of onion jam, some crackers, a little salami. I mean, it's true though. It's like filling.
Yeah. I get it. I don't know, but I hate when like people just have that at a party nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right,
where's the food?
Yeah, where's the sliders? You know what I'm saying?
I need a little bit of
pizza.
Yeah.
Something. But I think it's like a staple at this point.
Yeah, I don't think they're going out anywhere. I think they're just going to be coming different.
Well, now there's like a ton of boards.
Yeah.
Like, anyways. What do we think about vintage glassware and dishes?
Yes.
I would say so too. I think it's going to stick around for a little bit. What about like being real? Like the Be Real app culture? I hope this stays as a trend because I need a little bit more authenticity in my life.
Definitely.
Kind of like going off of like, you know, all these unachievable people. It's like, okay, that's great, but
show me the normal folks.
Yeah, show me the people in the double wides.
Thank you. Who turned 5,000 into 5 million.
Literally. What about photo dumps?
I feel like those are actually in more than
they were very trendy this year.
Yeah, they
coming
were
back finally. I like it too. I think it kind of goes back to like my resolution of like making more memories and keeping the memories and stuff.
Yep.
Okay, what do you think about smart home and devices? Do you think that's trendy or trash?
I mean, I think it's
I'm gonna say trend.
Still be trendy, yeah.
Dry January.
Yeah, it's trendy too.
It's trendy, but it's trash for me. I think the part where it's like you have to do it, I don't,
no.
Like it naturally happens, but like if I want to whine, I want to whine.
Yeah.
Coming
back
at your own pace. Yes, I would say that.
Shoot.
Okay, what do you think about micro weddings and elopements?
Yeah, I'm all for it. Trending.
They are actually trending really hard. Subscriptions for everything. Trash.
I'm freaking sick of it. It's like, oh, like literally, like
it's really smart, like business-wise.
It is, but like I just got these vitamins, these like ritual vitamins, and it's like subscription. I'm like, I want to buy them one time
to try
it and try them.
Yeah, but that's how they get you.
Yeah,
that's how they get you.
Nutrafol.
Yep. You fell for that?
No, but I kind of want to try it because so many people have.
I wanted to try the Groons, which is like the green gummies, but that was a subscription. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
No.
Like, again, I just want to try a pack
One
and see
time.
if I like them. Yeah. Okay. Oversized blazers.
I still feel like those are trendy.
I think so too. I think it's going to stay for a little bit more. What about like fringe?
Fringe? Yeah, I think fringe will be in still for a minute too.
I think so too.
Like that Western-esque type of look.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I mean, I just saw a leather jacket in the Aritzia window that was literally leather with fringe leather hanging. It was sick. I said,
I love fringe.
I know you do. Fringe is not going anywhere, don't worry.
Not for me. Okay, and final one I'll do is work-life balance.
Yeah, that's trending. If it isn't...
Is it though? I feel like it is kind of...
I feel like the grind...
People are coming back to work though, dude. Like...
I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like the conversations I have, people are hustling way less.
You're kidding me.
No, I just feel like people are like tired. Like I know a lot of people who are leaving their corporate
maybe I'm
jobs.
in a different part of the world.
Yeah,
but
I feel like people I know are leaving
opposite.
corporate jobs and like starting their own thing.
Right, but then I feel like there's still a handful of folks that are like doing their corporate 9-to-5s and starting like their own stuff. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people where I'm like, am I doing enough?
Really?
Oh, 100%.
See, I don't necessarily
100%.
feel that way. I do think I could do more, but I don't feel like, oh my God, am I doing enough? But I feel like I have the capacity to handle more, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's just because I am in like a more corporate-y environment.
Yes.
And I like see it and I'm like, wait, what? Like, you're also doing that and Ubering and what? And I'm like, whoa, like, I don't know. And then I don't know. I just, coming from like an entrepreneurship like event, I was like listening to like somebody being like, not only am I leading a company, sitting on a board, but I'm also writing a book and teaching classes at my local university. And I'm like, cool.
So don't say you don't have time.
And I'm procrastinating. Oops. And having vodka after this numb the pain, you know? Like, oh my God. Yeah. Well, anyways, happy 2025, everybody. Cheers to the new year.
Cheers to the new year.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for being here. We have great goals here. And something we won't be letting go of is this pod. So,
yes, stay tuned.
Let go of the bad stuff, everybody.
Every Thursday, you guys know we have a new episode. And
totally.
Every Tuesday, we have a mini blog.
Totally. And so much more. The flea never stops here.
As always, if you guys like this episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, and thanks for listening to another episode of You,
Me,
and
the Flea. See you next time.
Bye.